What's going on, YouTube? I am HotMessNess MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and I am not as dolled up as I usually like to look when I film, but it's been a busy week. My daughter has her 7th birthday, and I didn't film for a couple days. I was kind of focusing on the fam, have some interesting, I guess you could say, health issues, not for myself personally, but for my love, so that has been a little bit stressful. But I am here today to do a quick video. I was recently tagged in the makeup style tag. I actually saw the video done by Angelica Nyqvist, and then I saw that Karen Harris Makeup had tagged me. So I'm gonna leave Karen Harris down below. I'm also gonna leave Angelica Nyqvist because that's the first person that I saw do this tag. I don't know if Lauren May Beauty originated the tag or if it's someone else, but as I get that information, I will leave it down below. As I have said before, I haven't seen all of their videos. I just saw Karen Harris, who tagged me, and Angelica Nyqvist. So at the end, I will make sure that I tag some people. If you've seen this and you want to do the tag, then please do it. And then let me know in the comments down below so I can check out your video as well. Okay, so the makeup style tag, it's fun. It's to tell you guys a little bit more about, I guess, my style, things that I like. You know, it's more personal, if you will. And then I'm not telling you to buy anything or anything's crap. It's just positive, I guess. So question number 1, eye primer. Why or why not? And then liquid or stick. So as far as eye primer is concerned, I used to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, but as I get older, I feel like the more, unless I do something very, very thin on my eyelids, it tends to get, you know, that dry, crepey kind of feel. And I don't have a problem with most of my shadows not lasting all day long. So most of the time, I'm actually no primer. What I usually use is my concealer. So when I'm doing my makeup and I do my under eye concealer, I always make sure I put some in here to cover up any darkness and make it one color. And then I'll set it with either my face powder or I will set it with, you know, a loose powder of some kind. When I choose to use a primer, it is not anything crazy. It's either Urban Decay because I have so many of them, like the little samples. I think I've purchased it one time, full size, but other than that, I've always had the little sample sizes that you get when you buy something, Urban Decay or Ulta or whatever. And then I really like the Wet n Wild version. That stuff I've been using for my arm swatches, and after my arm swatches are done, nothing moves. So the next question is liquid or stick. So that's not really a liquid, it's a cream. So none of the above. So I use a creamy kind of version, if you will. The next question, what eyeshadow colors make you feel bold and pretty at the same time? And for me, it's usually any kind of pinks. Pink in the crease, you know, a gradiating pink. You see I got a little pink right here. Any kind of pink makes me feel bold and pretty because I can do dark pink, I can do light pink, and it tends to flatter my eye shade, which is like a green. Pink and purple. I love purple, but too dark a purple can go muddy sometimes. So pink is usually the number 1 and purple is like a secondary. What color do you like least as an eyeshadow color and why? You know, I have a hard time with blues. I don't know. It's like blue can go Barbie real quick on me, so I have to be really careful with it. So anytime I'm using blues, I have to just be careful in my placements, and sometimes I do strange colors in the crease and then I try to pop on a blue and it just doesn't work. So that's why, like, at first Juvia's Place palettes were like, no, because all of the foils were some kind of blue, and I'm like, I'm not really trying to have all that. Number 3, do you wear liquid or pencil eyeliner? I always wear a pencil eyeliner first. I do my upper waterline, you know, like right in the tight line. I do my, you know, underneath my waterline here, and then I smudge liner onto my actual lid. Then I'll go over with a liquid if I want to be really dramatic, but I very rarely wear a wing or too much eyeliner because I don't have a lot of real estate on my lid. So if I've spent a lot of time blending and trying to get like 15 colors here and colors here, why the hell would I want to cut it off with a wing? You know, it works for some people, and I think that's one of the things about YouTube and social media, everybody wants to have replicated looks from people that they enjoy watching. And sometimes those looks just won't work for you because of your eye shape. It's not your fault. You're still beautiful. So that's one thing that I've learned. Liquid liner and me, we don't really hang out. We don't chill too much, but I will use it on top of my liner for like my falsies. But if you said you can only have liquid or you can only have pencil, I would pick a pencil every time. The next question is black or brown. Most of the time it's always black. In my tight line, it's always black. But for my, in here and lower lash line, I like to play with color. And if I'm doing more of a neutral look, or if I'm playing with different kinds of browns and even pink colors, brown looks better, but I will pick black most of the time. Number 4, CoverGirl or Maybelline mascara. Come on, you know you are one or the other. Honestly, I have so many mascaras and very rarely do I pick up a drugstore. Old school back in the day was that old Maybelline, I think it was, yeah, Maybelline, where it was like pink with the green or yellow cap. You remember what I'm talking about? That was like the original, but I have Benefit mascara, I have Too Faced, I have Urban Decay, and those are the ones that I tend to go with. And I have so many like trial sizes that I've gotten. I don't even need to buy mascara for like a year. So I guess you could say it would be Maybelline. Number 5, if you could have your brows permanently done or not wear blush for the rest of your life, which would you choose? That's easy. I would have my brows dermabladed. I've thought about it. It's very expensive and you have to find somebody that's good. And I have some people lined up. But my eyebrows are a different shape every time I film a video because I literally have no eyebrows. I have like none. So I draw them in, they're all crazy, and I'd be okay if somebody gave me a pretty decent shape and then I could fill in and change the shape accordingly. As far as blush goes, I really only put blush here because I don't have a lot of cheek. As you get older, you lose some of that, and I've never had like big cheeks anyway. Someday when I have some filler, maybe I'll be more about it. I mean, I do enjoy blush, but I end up blending so much of it down because I don't have a whole lot going on right here. So when people do tutorials on the apples of their cheeks, I kind of laugh because then mine will end up here and then it falls down here. But I do love blush. So if I had to pick one, brows permanently done because I like to wear blush. Number 6, does your best friend or you wear more makeup? You guys know, if you've watched my channel before, I have 5 kids, so I don't have a lot of friends. It's hard to maintain, to be a good friend, you have to be there for people and you have to maintain friendships, and you need to be there when they're moving or when they're having a bad day, and it's really hard to do that when your first priority is a huge family and the hours that I work are crazy. So I don't have a lot of friends, but the one friend that I've had for about 13 years, we work at the same place and we just always come back to each other, and she hardly wears any makeup at all. Hardly any at all. I'll insert a picture of her. She's naturally beautiful. I'd love to do her face up. It would be a lot of fun, but yes, I wear more makeup than anyone I know. Out of anybody that's even acquaintances. Yeah, it's crazy. I try to give them makeup for Christmas. Nobody wants it. Number 7, who taught you how to do makeup? Well, I come from a long line of women who were mostly single. Like my grandma was like the hardest working person and we all lived with her. And then, my mom was single. So it's like you've got these women that have always worked and taken care of their families. And then my big sister, they had rules. They did not leave the house to go anywhere without makeup on. So I've come from a long line of women that wear makeup, mostly foundation, lipstick, mascara. Nobody was like crazy into eyeshadow or anything like that, but they never left the house without makeup on. So I learned a lot just from watching them. I remember my mom would do the mix, the foundation on the hand thing, which I still do. And I learned a lot from theater. I did theater all through high school and college, and you learn a lot about makeup, even though for stage is so much different. I have another cat and he, shut up, shut up. from theater, I learned a lot about makeup and how to get it from far away. And I feel like my skills honed in really a lot from YouTube, and then also learning what not to do on YouTube, because if you do a full face of YouTube, Instagram makeup, it doesn't look good in real life very often. And you can see it. You can see the people that are only YouTube trained in the real world. Like there's the girl at the grocery store and she's very beautiful, but she's got that block of bronzer, which may look great on camera, but in real life, it's like, girl, you got a block of bronzer right here. And every time I see her, I just want to blend her face. She's so beautiful. I just want to blend it in because it's real life, you know, not an Instagram picture. So yeah, I learned from family, from my mom, my grandma, my sister, and also from my experiences with theater and here on YouTube, what to do and what not to do, and then in real life, you know?
Thank you, YouTube.
Number 8, are you a fan of cream products? Question mark. Blush, bronzer, why not? I love cream products. I feel like cream products as you get older are a great thing. And also for more natural looks. So I feel like they go kind of hand in hand. The more makeup, I know we want more makeup as we get older because we want to fix things and cover things, but then it sits in places. So I find that cream stuff usually looks more natural. So I'm a fan of cream contour. I usually always contour with like the NYX stick, the ABH contour stick, love those. I use like cream highlighters on my face as far as, you know, high planes of the face, low planes here. And then also I like cream highlighters like for here. And what else cream? I haven't used a lot of cream blushes. I think if you use them the right way. And then things that are multi-stick, I'm really discovering, like the Bite multi-stick, which you can use on lips, eyes, and cheeks. I mean, technically that's a cream kind of. And I don't use a cream bronzer because I feel like bronzer could get real muddy, but there's certain ones that I'm about. And I think a lot of it has to do with my age, looking more natural, and also for the summertime because everything starts to melt off. And I live in Southern California, so yeah, cream is good when it's all gonna melt together anyway. Number 9, are you a project panner? No, I'm not. I don't pan. I get a little bit nervous when I see pan. I mean, there's part of me that's like, oh, look, I'm using this up. I must like it. And then there's also a part of me that's like, oh, I don't want to run out of this because look, I like it. I've actually been more into the Project Depot, and that is something that I'm working on. I depotted 3 of my Juvia's Place palettes, and I'm telling you, this is not pretty, guys. This is not pretty. Look, I broke a lot. I'm learning. But I think instead of being a panner, I want to be a depotter so I can use more, and then maybe then I'll go into panning. I might take the approach of picking a couple products and depan. Let me know down below. What do you guys think about depanning? Should I be on that boat? Am I missing something? Because I tend to get really obsessive. Would it be good about obsessing over using stuff instead of buying stuff? It probably would, huh? Number 10, setting spray. Do you believe in it? I do, but I use setting spray in kind of different ways. I start with a mist before I do my makeup, kind of as a primer to kind of dampen everything up. And I use it in between like layers. Like after I do my cream, sometimes I do a little more.
Really? No.
And then when I do my first layer of powders, when I'm setting everything, I'll do a layer, let that set. And I use like moisturizing stuff like Fix Plus. We're terrible too, and now everything makes us cry. So I've been using this one a lot for the first set. That's nice. So I have been using the Garnier Skin Active Soothing Facial Mist, and it's made with rose water without parabens, silicones, and all that. So it's more of a wet one. I feel like this is to get all the in-between before I do the set. And then I will set with Fix Plus when I'm all done, wave it on down. And then if I'm doing like a long night or I'm wearing a lot of makeup and I really want it to stay, don't eat it. I'll do the Urban Decay all-nighter. And stop it, stop doing that. And I like the Urban Decay all-nighter, but I don't feel it's necessary for everything. I feel like, you know, when you got that whole full face and you want to keep it on lock. And someday if I ever go to like an event where I got to meet people. But sometimes now I use it at work. But I feel like those kind of things can be really drying. But these kind of things like the Mario Badescu, whatever. Those ones that are more wet. That's not a good word. They're all wet. But the ones that are just miss. Stop doing that. The ones that, stop it. Stop. Stop. You're just trying to be a butthole. So the ones that are missed, I do that first layer in between. I fan them out. I push here to, you know, get those lines in, get them in. And then to set the whole face, I'll do the Urban Decay. Sometimes I forget. But I do like setting sprays. So right now, Garnier, this is right up there. I do like the Photo Finish one from Smashbox, but I got that on sale. The only one that I will pay full price for is MAC, because I can use it on my eyes and stuff and I don't worry about it. And then I do like the Urban Decay all-nighter, but I usually buy that when that's on sale too. So, all right guys, that is the 10 question makeup style all about me tag. And I'm gonna leave who I'm tagging here. All right guys, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.